Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Tempest Sage, and I'll be doing what if Naruto was a prodigy, part 1. Let me do some background information. This Naruto will have photographic memory, and will have, let's see, what will he have? He will have photographic memory, and his chakra is gonna be like water. It can be very peaceful, or it can be like a raging waves. When he's angry, his chakra becomes very unsteady but very powerful. But when he's calm, it's easy to control and very good chakra control. That's it. That's all I want to say. And let's continue the story. Everything happens in the same until he's 4 years old, where he when he's 3 years old, where he gets bullied and decides that he won't stand for this anymore. So goes to the library to learn some ninja techniques if he can. So he goes to the ninja section and he starts reading on things like tree walking, water walking, and picks this up real quick, easy, less than a week, maybe like 2-3 days. Picks it up real fast. But he notices that this isn't enough. He needs to learn something else from someone else. So he goes to one of the few people that he knows. That is Jiraiya. This version, Jiraiya, I want to say Jiraiya visits more often and has a better relationship with Naruto. Earlier on in the series, and Jiraiya teaches Naruto many jutsus. Mainly, he only has one chakra nature, which is wind, but his chakra, as I said before, is like water. No, he has water. Instead of wind chakra, he has a water chakra. Yeah, water chakra, not wind. He has wind and water chakra. There you go. And that's better, having him choose than just one. Has two chakra natures, wind and water. And so Jiraiya teaches him mostly water, and teaches him many jutsus in the span of a couple years. But Jiraiya couldn't be there most of the time, so he wrote some scrolls. He wrote scrolls on them, but then he noticed. But Naruto wasn't satisfied with this. When he was 6 years old, he decided that he would go with Jiraiya on his trip. On his trips, Jiraiya was hesitant, but Naruto convinced Jiraiya to let him go on his trips. And for the next couple years, Naruto was with Jiraiya, and this time Naruto got new clothes. Most of his clothes they're all black. He had no sense. He was cold. He had killed people because people targeted Jiraiya of his spy network. So Naruto was forced to kill some people at 7 years old, a year after he went on it. And Jiraiya felt like he failed Naruto for making him kill such a young age. But Naruto didn't really feel anything when he killed that man. He in his head was like he deserved it. He tried to attack us. He tried to kill us, and the guilty deserved death. And that's what the guilty deserved death. But he was also like only people who deserve it, not the people who are guilty. There are many people who are guilty of many things. Not all of them should die, and so he had that. He only killed people who deserved it, like people who try to kill him or try to kill the people he loved. Which there was only one person who really cared, who cared about him, and he cared about him. It was Jiraiya. Naruto was like a son to Jiraiya. He thought Naruto could become the kid of prophecy. Okay, then let's say, and I want to go say he's 12 years old. I'm gonna explain all the things he learned. He learned the Rasengan. He learned many jutsu, which I would say, but I'm not really in the mood, and that might take up most of the video, which I think you guys don't like. And enough rambling. I'm gonna continue the story. Now he's 12 years old, and he failed. He didn't go to the academy. He didn't. And he also learned the Shadow Clone Jutsu and the Flying Raijin. Jiraiya knew the Flying Raijin, but he never could. He knew the basics of it, but he never could do it. He didn't have the talent for it. But Naruto, being a prodigy, got it down easy. It only took him like 2 3 months to learn it, and the Rasengan took him less time than it did in canon. And that was without using any Shadow Clones, because Jiraiya didn't want to teach him Shadow Clones, because I don't know why. Because maybe that was it was because he didn't know that he didn't think of it at the time. He was being stupid. He didn't think of it at the time. That's it. Just he didn't think about it. He didn't think that using Shadow Clones. He didn't think about it. And when he finally realized that he could use Shadow Clones to help Naruto's training, he just felt so embarrassed. Like, I could have taught him this years ago, and he would have been much stronger. He also learned some. He also picked up the sword along the way. He uses a sword now. He uses a sword, a thin sword, it's a katana. It's not too long, but not too short. It's bigger than a Nambu would use. Also, no, his taijutsu skills are great. He also has his own summoning, which is Phoenix summoning. Yes, it's Phoenix summoning. Phoenix summoning. I was thinking of giving him a frog, but that's just. But like, I don't want to give him frogs. He gets the Phoenix summoning, which he got in a mission while he was in Jiraiya. Jiraiya was thinking about getting that too, but he already had the frog, so he didn't need another one. So Naruto now has the Phoenix summoning, which is very powerful. Which it's a Phoenix, okay? It's Phoenix. Okay, now they're getting back to the academy. Now back, not getting back to the village, and Jiraiya had to go check on his mentor, the third Lord Third, and tell him that Naruto has come back to the village. Jiraiya didn't teach Naruto anything on the Nine Tails, because he didn't think Naruto was ready. Jiraiya didn't think Naruto was ready for it. While this was happening, Naruto was walking to the academy, and this was the day they were supposed to pick teams. Naruto was at the bottom of his class because he never went to school. So he got there, and people just looked at him, seeing like, in this version, Naruto wears glasses just because, like the ones he has there. It looks like that, but and the thing clipped there, but without the headphones. He doesn't have that. And he doesn't use lollipops. He doesn't do that. He doesn't eat lollipops. And so, sorry about this. Okay, back to story. And he got in there, and it was a day for, picking teams. And everyone was like, who is this? Like, they didn't recognize him. No one knew who was this. Naruto, when he left, he was 6 years old. So, people didn't know him, especially Nara. She was sad when he left. But now that Naruto's come back, Hinata's extremely happy. And she was blushing because Naruto sensed her happiness. Not sensed it, more like he had a feeling about it. He didn't know for sure. He think it was just in his imagination. But then he looked at Hinata and she blushed and fainted. Seeing this new Naruto, which was much handsomer and easygoing and stuff like that, being with Jiraiya, no, he was easygoing. He practically didn't have a care in the world at that point. And so he just sit down in an empty seat, which he saw, and Kiba was the first person to get there. He recognized that it was Naruto. No, never mind. No, he didn't recognize who it was, so he just went up and he said, "Who are you? And what are you doing here? You're not." And then Naruto said, "I'm Naruto. Hi, Kiba. It's Naruto." And then and then Kiba said, "You're Naruto." Everyone just heard this, and they were all shocked that kid was Naruto. He was he was taller than Sasuke. He was well nourished thanks to Jiraiya. He was also a bit of a perv thanks to Jiraiya, so Naruto got the habit of reading Jiraiya's books. Well, he didn't get in the habit. He just had them. He carried them around. He didn't read them per se. He just had them because Jiraiya gave him some copies of them with his autograph. And so everyone was there, and and people were just thinking, is that really Naruto? And then teams got called before anyone could anyone actually, ask questions to Naruto, because they were about to getting teams picked. And then it was Team Seven's time, which was Naruto's, because he was in bottomless class because he never went to the academy, and it was Sakura and Sasuke, same team. Then Kakashi got there late, and then he said meet up in the roof, and the Naruto and Kakashi body flickered up there, and Kakashi got beat by very little, but he got beat by Naruto by very little. Naruto is strong, but he's not stronger than Jiraiya, and not as strong as close to Kakashi's strength. Close. Kakashi still can beat him thanks to the Sharingan, but he is close. Naruto is very close, and thanks to he's only 12 years old, can still learn a lot of thing jutsus from Jiraiya, and especially from Kakashi and from other people. He can still learn a lot of things. One of the jutsu that he mainly uses, Naruto, was Windforge. He learned it from a clan. He learned it from a traveling clan member, which he forgot the name of the clan. And it was Windforge. He can create any wind object, animal. He can create any object from wind, which took up a lot of chakra, but it was no problem thanks to him having massive amounts of chakra. Naruto. And so Kakashi was a little, shocked that this again, not even again yet, was a kid that never went to the academy, was faster than him, even if it was just by a little. And then Kakashi and Naruto just waited and for Sakura and Sasuke to get up there, and Sasuke ran because he didn't want to get beat by this kid, seeing that he just disappeared, so he just ran. And Sakura did the same thing, and they got there and they were a bit sweating, just a bit. There was a slight sweat thing. He was just sweating a bit. Sakura was sweating more than Sasuke. And in that time, Naruto and Kakashi had a conversation, and Naruto said, You're Kakashi Hatake. You're the son of the White Fang. Jiraiya has told me a lot about you. He says that you're the pupil of his student, of one of his students. And Kakashi just said yes, and you are. I'm a student of Jiraiya Sensei, of the legendary Sanin. And Kakashi wasn't really taken back by this, because he knew about it, but he acted surprised because Naruto had never seen Kakashi before. And so, and then Sakura and Sasuke came in. The first thing Kakashi was, the goals. What are your goals and dreams? No, Sakura says the same thing. Let's go with Naruto. Naruto says something different. He says he wants his goals are to protect everyone he cares about. And his dreams was being strong enough to create world peace, to stop the wars and all that. Because since Naruto experienced much more bloodshed and war and battles, so he was more mature and stuff. This Kakashi, because he didn't think Naruto was this mature. Sasuke said the same thing that he says in canon. Sakura said the same thing as well. And Kakashi said, don't eat or you'll puke, saying the warning. And then Kakashi body flickered away, and Naruto body flickered away before Sasuke could even ask how he did that. And then Sakura and Sasuke were alone there, and Sakura just started rambling on and on to Sasuke, and Sasuke in his mind, how can this kid just be so fast? He never even went to the academy. Okay, Naruto just got back to his apartment, which he left, and it was all dirty, and he just started cleaning up, and then he felt this pain in his chest, and he was in his mindscape inside with the Ninetales. You think you're a normie kid. This wasn't the first time he. This wasn't the first time Naruto felt this pain or seeing the Nine Tails. Naruto has been ignoring the Nine Tails, but he couldn't ignore it any longer. The pain in his chest became more and more every time, and he just screamed at Nine Tails, "What do you want from me?" And Naruto said, I want to take control over your body." Naruto said that's not gonna happen, and before he Naruto leaves, says the Naruto says, "Huh, you can say whatever you want to say, but I will take it over." This Naruto hates Naruto more because Naruto is more ignorant and hates the anger, and he doesn't really isn't scared of the Ninetales, which makes the Ninetales, mad. That's because he doesn't know how strong he is and doesn't respect him. And let's go back to the tuning. And next day, Naruto got there late because he overslept. His alarm didn't go off, and he was used to sleeping at any time he really wanted, thanks to Jiraiya's influence. So he woke up late, and he got there right barely before Kakashi did, and Naruto didn't eat breakfast because he didn't have the time. He was thinking, but he was gonna eat breakfast because he didn't think that Kakashi could do anything to make him throw up. He experienced a lot of things from Jiraiya, which had done extensive training, and so you know, and he forgot to put on his weights. Yes, Naruto does have weights. They're not very heavy. They're only like 100 pounds. He had 100 pounds he was wearing in all 400 pounds, but they were all spread. There were 100 pounds on each arm and leg, making him a bit slower. But he forgot to put on his weights, making him a lot faster. So he barely got there. Kakashi said his code. Sorry, I got lost in the past of life. And then Kakashi explained the bell test, and Naruto was being, more smarter, and he went when Kakashi said start. He went to the forest, and no, never mind. He did Hunter Jutsu, went on the ground, and before Kakashi could notice, he did a shadow clone, and then he went using the Headhunter Jutsu, went under the ground, and Kakashi didn't notice this, and so the shadow clone just started attacking Kakashi, and before right after the shadow clone poofed, Naruto was already under Kakashi and pulled him onto the ground, and he came out of the ground, and got a bell, but this was but Kakashi used substitution jutsu before he got the bell. It was a close call, and then Naruto just threw a kunai at the bush because he heard some rumbling in the leaves, but that was very slight, very slight. Naruto has good hearing, like very good hearing, and very good eyesight as well. He has very good senses and all. And so through the kunai, and he hears a ding being blocked because he didn't throw just one kunai. He threw multiple kunai, like right after the first one, just to his suspicions. He heard the cling sound, and he rushed over there, just fighting Kakashi head on head. And then Sasuke, being Sasuke, couldn't let this kid who never went to the academy, get the bells first, and then Sasuke did it. And because Sasuke did it, Sakura came, and they were working. They were using teamwork, but not really. They got in each other's way most of the time. Kakashi, didn't really put anything. They passed. Kakashi they didn't use really good teamwork, but they did use teamwork on and on. At least they used teamwork. Kakashi was like, they could have done better, but I can't expect a group of Genin for their first time ever doing teamwork to do it perfectly. So he let them pass. They all got their food, and for the next month they started doing D-rank missions, which Naruto didn't really mind. He liked it was quiet. He had been doing missions for Jiraiya for a while now. he had been doing some spy gathering mission for Jiraiya because Jiraiya was being a pervert and didn't want to leave the spot he was in. So he did. So Naruto did do some of the missions for Jiraiya. So he liked the peace and tranquility of these missions. But Sasuke got got annoyed by doing such low ranked missions. So being cocky and jealous of Naruto, went right after they finished one of the missions, he asked Lord Third in a good manner, Lord Third, can you please assign us a higher ranked mission? And Lord Third was expecting Naruto to say something because he didn't know how much Naruto has changed in this. He still thought he was a loud, noisy brat that he usually was, but he wasn't. And so Lord Third respectfully said yes. And then Tazuna comes in, and Tazuna doesn't make fun. The only person he really makes fun of was Sakura's like, who is this pink-haired, big forehead, dumb girl? I feel like she's useless. And Sakura pulled out kunai. She almost killed. She was about to attack the client, but Kakashi stopped her. And Kakashi, you can't kill the client, Sakura. And they all went, and then the next day they all met. They all met up at the gate at of the gate of the Hidden Leaf Village. And so they started walking on the mission, and Naruto sent noticed that there was pools of water and water, and it was sunny, and he didn't remember raining it yesterday, so he just slowly pulled out a kunai and started playing with it without being any suspectful. And then right after, he just pulled two kunai and just started jiggling them, like playing with them with fingers. And then right after, the Chunin didn't suspect anything. And then the demon runner just jumped out ready to attack, and Naruto just threw the kunai, hitting both of one. They both hit, and one hit. They both killed. Those two kunais hit the brothers in the head, piercing in the eyes, piercing the eyes, going to the skull and killing both of them, leaving them brain dead. And so they just walked off. Kakashi gathered some information because they were brain dead, so they couldn't do anything about it. But they still had their brains almost fully intact. Kakashi pulled some information about some person Gato and some other super strong ninja, but the Demon Brothers didn't know who it was. And then that's where I'm going to leave it off. This was part 1 to What If Naruto Was a Prodigy. Like and subscribe. This was Tempest Sage signing off.